Welcome to English with Edward. Today we practice our listening and pronunciation. Listen and repeat.
Chapter 1. The Dream Begins. In a small town, a young woman named Valeria dreamed of becoming a renowned fashion designer. Since childhood, she had been fascinated by fabrics, colors, and styles. Every day after school, she would sketch her designs, filling countless notebooks with her ideas. Despite her passion, Valeria faced skepticism from her family and friends, who considered her dreams unrealistic. However, her determination was stronger than any doubt. One day, while attending a local craft fair, Valeria met a retired fashion designer who had once worked for a prestigious brand. He recognized her talent and offered to mentor her. Valeria was overjoyed. This was the opportunity she had been waiting for. Under his guidance, she learned about the fashion industry, sewing techniques, and the importance of creativity in design. As months passed, Valeria honed her skills and developed her unique style, inspired by nature and the world around her. She began to create her first collection, dreaming of showcasing it at fashion shows. But she also faced challenges. The industry was competitive, and self-doubt often crept in. Yet, she pushed through, fueled by her love for fashion. With each passing day, Valeria grew more confident. She applied to fashion schools, eager to expand her knowledge and meet like-minded individuals. When she received her acceptance letter to a prestigious fashion academy, tears of joy streamed down her face. This was her moment, the beginning of a new chapter. Chapter 2. The Journey to the Academy. Arriving at the Fashion Academy was overwhelming for Valeria. Surrounded by talented peers, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. However, she was determined to make the most of this opportunity. The first days were filled with workshops and classes, and she immersed herself in the learning process. Valeria quickly made friends with her classmates, sharing ideas and inspirations. They encouraged one another and formed a supportive community. Together, they explored the city, visiting museums, galleries, and fashion boutiques, drawing inspiration from everything they encountered. As the weeks went by, Valeria's confidence grew. She participated in design competitions, showcasing her talent and creativity. While some of her designs received criticism, she took it as constructive feedback, learning and evolving with each experience. Her mentors recognized her potential and began to guide her toward her unique path in fashion. However, not everything was smooth sailing. The pressure to succeed weighed heavily on her, and moments of self-doubt emerged. Valeria learned to confront her fears, channeling them into her work. Each setback became a lesson, shaping her resilience and commitment to her dreams. With her sights set on the future, Valeria envisioned her own fashion line, one that combined sustainability with artistic expression. She knew the journey ahead would be challenging, but she felt ready to embrace every opportunity that came her way. Chapter 3. The First Collection. After years of hard work and dedication, Valeria finally reached the moment she had longed for, the launch of her first collection. She decided to showcase her designs at a local fashion show, and the excitement was palpable. Valeria poured her heart into creating unique pieces that reflected her vision of a sustainable and eco-friendly fashion line. The days leading up to the show were filled with intense preparations. Valeria worked tirelessly, finalizing each garment, ensuring they met her high standards. She collaborated with her friends, who helped with styling and makeup, creating a cohesive vision for the runway. When the day of the fashion show arrived, Valeria felt a whirlwind of emotions. As she watched her designs come to life on the runway, she was filled with pride and joy. The audience's applause and positive reactions were overwhelming. Valeria realized that her hard work had paid off. After the show, she received inquiries from local boutiques interested in carrying her collection. This was the breakthrough she had been waiting for. Valeria knew that this was just the beginning of her journey, but it felt like a validation of her dreams. She was finally on her way to building a career in fashion. With newfound determination, Valeria began working on her next collection, eager to explore new themes and ideas. She was inspired to create pieces that not only looked good, but also had a positive impact on the environment. Each design became a testament to her commitment to sustainable fashion. Chapter 4: Facing Challenges. As Valeria's brand began to gain recognition, she faced the inevitable challenges of the fashion industry. Competition grew fierce, and she encountered obstacles that tested her resilience. One of the boutiques that had initially shown interest in her collection faced financial difficulties and withdrew their order. This setback hit Valeria hard, shaking her confidence. Despite the disappointment, Valeria refused to give up. She spent hours researching and networking, seeking new opportunities. With the support of her friends and mentors, she applied to participate in a prestigious fashion fair where she could showcase her work to a broader audience. The thought of facing industry veterans filled her with both excitement and fear. In preparation for the fair, Valeria worked tirelessly to refine her collection. She knew she had to stand out and make a lasting impression. Alongside her designs, she crafted a compelling narrative about her journey and her commitment to sustainability. Valeria understood that storytelling was a crucial aspect of fashion, and she was determined to share her voice. The day of the fashion fair arrived, and Valeria felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. As she set up her booth, she took a deep breath, reminding herself of her passion and the journey that had brought her here. The fair attracted designers, buyers, and media representatives, and Valeria was ready to seize the opportunity. As she presented her collection, Valeria's enthusiasm resonated with the attendees. Her story, combined with her unique designs, captured their attention. Several buyers expressed interest, and for the first time, Valeria felt the validation she had long sought. She realized that setbacks were merely stepping stones toward success. Chapter 5: The Breakthrough. Following the fashion fair, Valeria experienced a surge of excitement as orders for her collection started pouring in. She felt a sense of validation that fueled her passion for design. However, with this newfound success came new responsibilities. Valeria knew she had to manage her time effectively to meet the growing demand while maintaining her commitment to sustainability. Valeria established a small team to help her with production and logistics. They worked together to ensure that Every garment was crafted with care and attention to detail. As her brand gained momentum, Valeria felt the weight of expectation on her shoulders, but she embraced the challenge. With the success of her collection, Valeria began to receive invitations to collaborate with other designers and brands. She recognized this as an opportunity to expand her network and explore new creative horizons. Each collaboration brought fresh ideas and perspectives, enriching her designs and allowing her to experiment with different materials and techniques. As Valeria continued to grow her brand, she also became passionate about giving back to her community. Inspired by her journey, she launched a mentorship program for aspiring designers, sharing her knowledge and experiences with those who had similar dreams. This initiative filled her with purpose, knowing she could inspire the next generation of creatives. Valeria's story began to circulate in the fashion industry, attracting attention from media outlets. She was featured in interviews, sharing her vision for a more sustainable and inclusive future in fashion. With each opportunity, Valeria felt more empowered to advocate for change, amplifying her voice and the voices of those she mentored. Chapter 6: New Horizons. With her brand flourishing, Valeria found herself at a crossroads. While she enjoyed her success, she yearned for new challenges and experiences. Inspired by her travels and the cultural richness she had encountered, Valeria decided to expand her brand internationally. She knew that exploring different markets would provide her with fresh perspectives and ideas. Valeria embarked on a journey to several countries, immersing herself in their fashion scenes. She attended trade shows, collaborated with local designers, and sought to understand the unique needs of each market. The experience was eye-opening, and Valeria was struck by the diversity of styles and approaches to fashion. During her travels, Valeria also discovered new materials and techniques that she wanted to incorporate into her designs. From artisanal textiles in South America to sustainable practices in Europe, she gathered inspiration from every corner of the globe. Valeria's vision for her brand began to evolve, and she envisioned a collection that celebrated the fusion of cultures. Upon returning home, Valeria set to work on her next collection, aptly named Cultural Fusion. She collaborated with artisans from the countries she had visited, incorporating their craftsmanship into her designs. This new direction not only elevated her brand, but also honored the cultural heritage that inspired her work. The launch of Cultural Fusion was a resounding success. The collection received rave reviews, and Valeria felt proud to showcase the beauty of diverse cultures through her designs. This experience reaffirmed her belief in the power of fashion as a medium for storytelling and connection. Chapter 7: A New Challenge. As Valeria's brand continued to grow, so did the expectations and challenges that came with it. She realized that scaling her business required strategic planning and management skills she had yet to fully develop. To address this, Valeria decided to enroll in a business course focused on entrepreneurship in the fashion industry. The course provided her with valuable insights into marketing, finance, and business strategies. Valeria learned how to navigate the complexities of running a successful fashion brand while staying true to her values. Armed with this knowledge, She began to implement changes that would help her streamline operations and enhance her brand's visibility. While juggling her studies and her growing business, Valeria felt the pressure mounting. There were moments of doubt and fatigue, but she remained determined to overcome the obstacles in her path. Drawing strength from her mentors and friends, she focused on maintaining a balance between her passion for design and the business side of her brand. With her newfound knowledge, Valeria began to explore collaborations with influencers and sustainable fashion advocates. She understood the power of social media in reaching a broader audience and seized the opportunity to share her message of sustainability and inclusivity. As the months passed, Valeria's efforts paid off. Her brand gained recognition not only for its unique designs, but also for its commitment to ethical practices. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that she was contributing to a movement that aligned with her values and the future of fashion. Chapter 8: Giving Back. With her brand thriving, Valeria felt a deep desire to give back to the community that had supported her throughout her journey. Inspired by the struggles of aspiring designers who faced barriers to entry in the fashion industry, she launched a scholarship program for students from underprivileged backgrounds. The scholarship aimed to provide financial assistance for aspiring fashion designers, allowing them to pursue their education and develop their skills. Valeria collaborated with local schools and organizations to identify talented individuals who would benefit from the program. The response was overwhelming, and Valeria felt a sense of fulfillment knowing she could make a difference. As the first cohort of scholarship recipients began their studies, Valeria became actively involved in mentoring them. She shared her knowledge, offered guidance, and provided opportunities for hands-on experience within her brand. The connection she formed with the students was incredibly rewarding, and she watched them flourish with each passing day. During a special event to celebrate the scholarship recipients, Valeria shared her own story of perseverance and determination. She emphasized the importance of believing in oneself and pursuing one's dreams, no matter the obstacles. The students were inspired by her journey, and Valeria felt proud to be a source of encouragement. The scholarship program not only impacted the lives of the recipients, but also enriched Valeria's own experience as a designer. She realized that giving back was a vital aspect of her mission, and she was committed to ensuring that future generations had the same opportunities she had fought for. Chapter 9: The Power of Community. As Valeria continued to support her scholarship recipients, she recognized the importance of community in fostering creativity and collaboration. Inspired by this realization, she organized a series of workshops and networking events for aspiring designers and established professionals in the industry. These events aimed to create a space for sharing ideas, experiences, and resources. Valeria invited guest speakers, including successful designers and industry experts, to share their insights and stories. The workshops covered various topics, from sustainable practices to marketing strategies, providing valuable knowledge to attendees. The response to the events was overwhelming. Young designers found camaraderie in their shared experiences, while established professionals appreciated the opportunity to mentor and connect with the next generation. Valeria felt a sense of pride witnessing the community grow and thrive through collaboration. During one of the events, Valeria facilitated a panel discussion on the importance of inclusivity in fashion. The conversation sparked meaningful dialogue about representation and diversity within the industry. Attendees shared their perspectives, and Valeria felt inspired by the collective desire to create positive change. As the community continued to flourish, Valeria realized that her vision extended beyond her own brand. She was committed to fostering an environment where creativity and innovation could thrive, and she hoped to inspire others to embrace their unique stories through fashion. Chapter 10: A Global Impact. With the success of her workshops and community-building efforts, Valeria began to receive invitations to speak at international conferences focused on sustainability and fashion. The opportunity to share her journey and insights on a global stage was both thrilling and daunting. As she prepared for her first international speaking engagement, Valeria reflected on how far she had come. She understood the significance of her voice in advocating for change within the fashion industry. With each presentation, she aimed to inspire others to embrace sustainable practices and promote inclusivity. During her talks, Valeria emphasized the importance of collaboration and the need for a collective effort to address the challenges facing the industry. She shared her experiences working with artisans and local communities, highlighting the impact that ethical practices can have on both individuals and the environment. The response from attendees was overwhelmingly positive. Valeria received messages of gratitude from aspiring designers and industry professionals who felt motivated to take action after hearing her story. She realized that her mission had grown beyond her brand. It was now about creating a movement that championed sustainable and inclusive fashion. As her influence expanded, Valeria knew she had to continue pushing boundaries and advocating for change. She envisioned a future where the fashion industry embraced diversity, celebrated cultural heritage, and prioritized sustainability. This vision fueled her passion and commitment to her work, driving her to seek new avenues for impact. Chapter 11: A New Challenge. As Valeria's brand continued to gain recognition, she faced a new challenge: maintaining her commitment to sustainability while scaling her operations. With increased demand for her designs, she knew that sourcing materials and production processes needed to align with her values. Determined to find solutions, Valeria conducted extensive research on sustainable fabrics and ethical manufacturing practices. She connected with suppliers who shared her vision, ensuring that every aspect of her production process reflected her commitment to the environment and social responsibility. However, the transition was not without difficulties. Some suppliers faced their own challenges in adopting sustainable practices, and Valeria encountered delays in sourcing materials. The pressure mounted, and Valeria felt the weight of responsibility as she navigated these obstacles. In moments of doubt, Valeria turned to her community for support. She organized brainstorming sessions with her team and mentors, seeking innovative solutions to the challenges she faced. Together, they explored creative approaches to sourcing materials and optimizing production without compromising their ethical standards. Through perseverance and collaboration, Valeria ultimately found the right partners who aligned with her values. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that her commitment to sustainability would be at the forefront of her brand's growth. Valeria understood that challenges were a natural part of the journey, and overcoming them only strengthened her resolve. Chapter 12: The Power of Storytelling. With her brand flourishing and her commitment to sustainability firmly established, Valeria recognized the importance of storytelling in connecting with her audience. She decided to launch a campaign that highlighted the artisans and communities involved in her production process. Valeria traveled to visit the artisans who crafted her designs, capturing their stories and the skills passed down through generations. She documented their craftsmanship through photography and video, showcasing the dedication and artistry behind each piece. This campaign aimed to educate her audience about the significance of ethical fashion and the impact of their choices. As Valeria shared these stories on her social media platforms and website, the response was overwhelming. Customers were captivated by the narratives behind the garments, and they felt a deeper connection to the brand. Valeria realized that storytelling was not only a powerful marketing tool, but also a way to honor the people and cultures that inspired her work. The campaign led to increased engagement with her audience, fostering a sense of community among her customers. Valeria encouraged them to share their own stories related to fashion and sustainability, creating a dialogue that resonated with people from diverse backgrounds. Through the power of storytelling, Valeria found a way to elevate her brand beyond mere aesthetics. She became an advocate for conscious consumerism, inspiring others to consider the impact of their fashion choices. This journey reaffirmed her belief in the transformative power of fashion as a means of connection and positive change. Chapter 13: A Heartfelt Partnership. As Valeria's brand continued to grow, she was approached by a nonprofit organization focused on empowering women in the fashion industry. The organization aimed to provide resources and support for women designers, particularly those from marginalized backgrounds. Valeria felt an instant connection with their mission and eagerly explored a partnership. Through this collaboration, Valeria organized workshops and mentorship programs for aspiring female designers. She shared her own experiences, offering guidance and support to those navigating the challenges of the industry. The partnership allowed her to expand her impact, creating opportunities for women to pursue their dreams in fashion. The workshops focused not only on design skills, but also on building confidence and resilience. Valeria emphasized the importance of networking and community, encouraging participants to uplift one another. The energy in the room was palpable as women shared their stories and aspirations, forming bonds that transcended their differences. As the partnership flourished, Valeria and the organization decided to launch a scholarship program specifically for women designers. The initiative aimed to provide financial assistance and mentorship to those who faced barriers to accessing education and resources in the fashion industry. The first cohort of scholarship recipients brought a diverse range of perspectives and ideas to Valeria's workshops. She felt inspired by their creativity and passion, knowing that she was contributing to a movement that empowered women in fashion. Together, they were creating a space where voices could be heard and dreams could be realized. Chapter 14: Navigating New Markets. With her brand success and the recent partnership, Valeria decided to explore new markets beyond her local community. She recognized the potential for growth and wanted to reach a wider audience. However, she understood that entering new markets required careful planning and strategy. Valeria began conducting market research to understand the preferences and trends in different regions. She discovered that consumers were increasingly seeking sustainable and ethically produced fashion, aligning perfectly with her brand's mission. Armed with this knowledge, Valeria set out to create a marketing strategy tailored to each new market. To establish a presence in international markets, Valeria focused on building relationships with local influencers and fashion advocates. She reached out to bloggers and stylists who shared her commitment to sustainability, inviting them to collaborate on campaigns that showcased her designs. As she launched her brand in new regions, Valeria organized pop-up events and trunk shows to engage directly with potential customers. These events allowed her to connect with her audience personally, sharing the stories behind her designs and emphasizing the importance of ethical fashion. The response was overwhelmingly positive, and Valeria felt a sense of fulfillment as she watched her brand resonate with diverse audiences. She understood that fashion had the power to transcend borders and connect people through shared values and aspirations.